There's nothing left of me but you, my beloved. There's nothing left of me but you, my beloved. There's nothing left of me but you, my beloved. There's nothing left of me but you. All is you, all is you, my love. All is you, all is you, my love. All is you, all is you, my love. All is you, all is you, only you. There's nothing left of me but you, my beloved. There's nothing left of me but you, my beloved. There's nothing left of me but you, my beloved. There's nothing left of me but you. Only you, my love. Only you, my love. Only you, my love. Only you, my love. Well, when we pull back all the screens of delusion, the 5 koshas, the 5 sheaths, all that's left is you, my beloved. All that's left is the me as the you and the you as the me. Just the you, just the pure spirit, just the Ananda. So good morning, Soul Rebel. One of you right now online, Amy, a big divine light, bow and merging with the divine light in you. Thank you for being on first thing. That is so powerful. And maybe we'll just start with a little an opening invocation. Of course, songs to me are those invocations. They're the love songs. They're the good morning, Regina. Thank you. Thank you. You and the King Ra. You and Ananda Ra, man. So listen, thank you. This is our morning. This is our morning to celebrate ourselves, really, as souls. We are so close. We are so close. If you have a pure intention in your heart to know truth, and I know both of you do, and the rest of the soul rebels do, that it is amazingly just this very thin layer or sheath or screen that's separating us from the divine beloved, because the beloved only sees your heart and the intent inside of it. And if your heart is filled with longing and desire for truth, huge, epic, beyond. Hello, Brooke. Good morning. We bowing to the light in each other, merging in the light of each other, and just acknowledging how close we are to that divine beloved, our beloved soul, and that soul's oneness with the infinite spirit. Really no words to describe the truth. There's really nothing that our human intellect and our minds can come close to describing how powerful and beautiful and wonderful we all are. So just close your physical eyes. We get enough of looking out into this world in a day. And just relax your body. Really relax. Just feel Divine Mother pull you right into her heart, right away into her heart. Because to her, you've never left her hug. To her, there's no way you can leave her hug, because you live in her. She is you and you are her. Oh, infinite spirit, beautiful mother, heavenly Father, joyous Father joy, and Lord Christ and Krishna, universal Christos, the light of this universe, and the joy in every atom in creation, and the blessed masters who live inside our fifth chakra, in that ether center, so close to us, helping us to dive into the peace in that fifth chakra, our attunement to receive their blessings. So we bow to you now, O holy masters, And thank you for their guidance. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your steadiness in being with us and pulling us away from the darkness every time we lean that way or get entrapped that way. We thank you for pulling us back into our center of peace. And oh, divine beloved, oh, spirit heart beloved, you live as my heart. You are my heart, oh, spirit heart beloved. And I can't thank you enough that all is great news, that you are me and I am you, that I am love, you are the love. We are one in that love. And my heart is so filled with gratitude right now that I could even be considering these ideas, that I could even be closed eyes, hands folded, and head bowed right now to this great illumination that is me and the becoming of me, the awakening of me, my desire to hold this kind of truth for myself, to put everything else aside in the short season of this life. So there's only you, beloved, there's only you. And my mad dash, my runaway, breakaway to the freedom of my soul in the oneness spirit bliss. There is no words. There's just an endless ocean of gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. Good morning, Mr. Vinny. And good morning, Lisa from Seattle. I just saw that there is a train that goes from LA to Seattle. It takes 35 hours, but it says it stops like in Shasta, and it's the most beautiful scenic train ride ever. Hello, Mickey. Welcome to the Gita Stream, Mick. Welcome. We're gonna dive deep in. We're gonna pull away five sheaths or screens of delusion, boop, and just sit here as immortals. I wonder what we would do if we just sat here as immortals. I know we wouldn't talk. I know we'd be in telepathy, ESP. I know that we would be in absolute joy and wonder and bliss and on, and those words don't even do it justice, all right? And I'm telling you, each of you now at the top of this broadcast, that you are much closer to that finality of your oneness with spirit than you could ever imagine, all right? If you have love in your heart, if you're a seeker, not just a seeker after truth, but a lover after truth, you are like just one little layer, pull it away, and there we are, sitting in our stark naked, non-physical, immortal, divine bliss essence, all of us united together. Not too shabby. Page 63. We're going to wrap up the sheaths. We're going to have a little wrap up leading us into the Pandavas, those divine discriminative qualities in each one of your chakras, the principal players in our awakening. I can't believe we're there. So let's just wrap up the koshas. So inert minerals are unlocked in all 5 sheaths. With the unfolding of the Annamaya kosha, so that's the inert, that's the material, that's the thickest sheath of all. With the unfolding of the Annamaya koshas, it's the rocks, it's the inanimate objects, and it can be you and me when we're really numbed out in life. With the unfolding of the Annamaya kosha, or matter sheath, pranayama kosha, or the life sheath is revealed, and the resulting manifestation is the life in plants. When pranamaya kosha, or the life sheath, is unfolded, and manomaya kosha, or the mind sheath, that's the sense mind, becomes manifested, the animal kingdom is expressed. Animals have perceptions and consciousness, but not the intellect to discriminate between right and wrong. When Manomaya Kosha, that's the sense mind kosha, is unfolded, and Jnanamaya, Gyan means wisdom. Jnanamaya kosha, or the discriminative sheath, is revealed. We have the manifestation of intellect, or man, woman, with the ability to think, reason, and guide her actions or his actions by discrimination and free choice. Jnanamaya kosha. So when man or woman rightly uses this discriminative power, now we're on the Gita, so I trust yourself that you have so much discriminative power. You're not just sense mind driven. You're not hardly at all anymore, and I don't care how you think about that. You're not. You've been steady for how many months now on a very discriminative practice, whether we're here or on Facebook, whatever we're doing, or Wednesday night. And I'm thinking I'll be on tomorrow night, but stay tuned. I'll post it either way. That you are a very discriminative person, all right? You're in the last sheath, second to the last sheath, having the discrimination. And to be seeking after truth, to be even interested in truth, even just a little bit, is very discriminative, my dear. And it's taken us lifetimes in a human form, lifetimes in animal forms. And I guess that includes bugs. No wonder we get bugs so easy. And then lifetimes in plants, and then who knows how many thousands of years we were in the rocks. You know, having a rock party, rocking out in the rocks, all right? So really celebrate yourself today, right now. Please give yourself always the benefit of the doubt that you are just one little pull of the shades away. And there you are, my beloved. Always, always hold that. Always. This next breath, this next moment, right there. The veil is removed, and there you are, face to face with the divine beloved. You are faced just like in a near-death experience. There you are. Your body's, whatever it's done. You are separate from it. You no longer feel that body. You can't believe that people are making a big to-do about your body, and they're crying after that body. And you're going, wait a minute, I'm more aware, more awake, and more alive than ever before. And that's what I'm talking about. You just remove that right now, and we are just face to face with that divine, most beautiful, the cosmic mother, let's say. All right? So when the Jnanamaya kosha is ultimately rolled back, then we have the Ananda, the bliss and joy kosha, or the bliss sheath, is revealed. This is the state of the divine man and woman with just a thin veil of individuality between herself and God. Thin veil. Just like that. We are at the thin veil stage. We're not in that thick, matter-bound, sense-driven, overindulging. I know none of us are. And even if you think you are, you're not, because you couldn't be in that low stage and be regular on this channel, okay? You couldn't. No, you wouldn't be able to take the vibe here. So I just want you guys to vibe up and celebrate while we share this stream this morning. And then there's a little footnote. There was a British geneticist who said the universe can be nothing less than the progressive manifestation of God. Isn't that beautiful? That the universe, and this is a geneticist, the universe can be nothing less than the progressive manifestation of unfolding these sheaths or screens of delusion until there's only the one. There's only the one, beloved. So man and woman, being a microcosm of the universe, has within him or her all five sheaths. So we have all five. But we are the micro of the macro universe. We are the microcosm of everything as vast cosmos is. And we have five sheaths. We have them all. We have matter, our body is material. We have life, the life force. We have mind, which is the sense mind. We have intellect, which is, we can relate to as a discriminative mind or intellect. And we have bliss. And we alone, of all forms of creation, have the ability to unfold all of these sheaths and free our soul to become one with God. You want a knuckle? We alone, of all the forms of creation, and we have been already all the forms, so we can have compassion on all the forms. You know, that's why those who love animals and take care of animals, my stepdaughter Shauna, she's got 4 cats. She's got a pet pig. And she just bought a new home in Georgia, and new carpets and everything. The pig's running around. I guess they're smart, and I guess they're trained, they're potty trained and all that. But boy, when they eat, they eat like pigs. But she loves animals. She'll do anything to save an animal. She rescues animals, you know. Oh my God. And really what she's doing is rescuing the entrapped soul in those animals and giving it so much love so it can evolve and be in the next higher part. Maybe even be a human next life if you really love your animal, right? So, but we have all in the creation have the ability to unfold all these sheaths and free our soul to become one with God. Yoga, as described in the Bhagavad Gita and elucidated in these present stanza, is the method through which the liberation can be attained. I think this is the reason why I slipped out of Christianity and Catholicism, and then when I realized that yoga is what it is. You know, it's not a religion. It's not a cult. It's not anything. It's not even a philosophy, really. It is just, well, what did he say? That it is the method. It's the method through which liberation can be attained. I'm in. And so are you, it seems. By the correct practice of meditation, the accomplished yogi, this is quite a statement I'm going to read now. By the correct practice of meditation, and listen, let's just, for us, because we're the lovers, right? We're the bhaktis. That correct meditation is when your heart's involved, when your heart is longing and yearning. Would you guys really breathe that and maybe give that little heart center a nice rub? Yogananda said if you rub it clockwise and then go and just, you can just release all the worries and fears. You just release it. You rub it clockwise and then clockwise. And just release all the pressure and all the stress and anxiety and worries and fears and emotional upsets that are going on in there. But by the correct practice of love, intentional consciousness, using our consciousness and heart and everything we are just to love. And as we practice whatever, our God ecstasy breath, or witnessing the breath, whatever technique you would say is your technique, your style of meditation, baby doll, the meditation is the heart. The meditation is the love. The meditation is your intent to love. The meditation is your longing to love and to know the source of your life, okay? So by the correct practice of meditation, we just talked about what I believe is the most correct, because God watches the heart. God only wants an intimate relationship with you. Remember what we said last time? There is a personal element in your search for God greater than mastery over the whole science of yoga. That's it. Greater than mastery over all of this is that personal element, that little heart pang, that little heart, I want you, Lord. And then when we can just, get clearer about that, we want that, and as more than anything in this world. And then all of a sudden you get the grace that you can then say no to more things of this world and more distractions, because you have put first things first and seek God first and everything else comes to you. Bingo, jackpot. So that's all about the right practice of meditation. So by correct practice of meditation, the accomplished yogi, and here's the next key word, through pranayama. Through pranayama, which is to control the life force, but it's also the breath. It's also the breath. It's our fourth attunement, right? It's the beloved. And it's the beloved, breath of the beloved. It's spirit, heart, beloved, but it's the breathing we do. It's the breathing from the center of our heart with that longing, all right? It's the God. ecstasy breath, done with such love, 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 love breathing. Breathe to love and love to breathe. All right. So that love thing is just goes across the board, and everything we could consider, it's across the board because it is across the board. It is already everything. So correct practice of meditation through awareness of breath or life force control unfolds the life sheath, the pranayama kosha. He or she finds that this life energy. See, now you are aware of life in your body. You're not taking it for granted. You're just not in the plants that have the life in the plants or the animals, but not aware to be aware of that, wow, there's life in me. Something's making me move my fingers. There's energy in me. And you are now grateful for that. You are now saying, wow, I don't take this energy for granted. When you don't take something for granted, that means you honor it and respect it. That's how respect is born. It's by being aware of the preciousness of life and the sacredness of life. That's when respect is born, right? And honor, and seeing everyone on an even keel, everyone as perhaps that same awareness that you have, and honoring and respecting the life force in you. So you find this life energy then is the link between matter and spirit, the life energy that comes from awareness of breath, of your conscious breathing with love, of that conscious breathing with love. Breathe to love, love to breathe. Every breath we want to breathe from a place in the center of our heart that is love. Does that make sense? And it's the link, it's the bridge between matter from all those lower forms of life to spirit, the highest reunion and the goal of everything, one with spirit. It's the bridge, it's the magical rainbow bridge. This breath. Breathe with love. Breathe with longing. Breathe with, thank you, Ma, thank you, Ma. Just this breath, right? Just this breath. And we walk the bridge like crazy with each breath. And we're not turning back, right? We don't look back as lovers. We forgive and forget the past. We maybe have amnesia to the past. They have dementia to the past. And all we know is this breath of love. And it's just going to just propel us. And this is that mad dash to freedom. This is that mad dash to liberation. This is that one little tug or pull away the last little screed, this little sheath, this anamaya kosha, or even the discriminative kosha, so that we can feel the bliss of our causal body. And one pull there, then there's our causal body of bliss, and then one more pull, and then there is no more sheaths, there's no more coverings, there's just you, beloved. There's nothing left of me but you, my beloved. There's nothing left of me. Boom. Last sheath, Anandamaya pulled apart. There's nothing left there. You've been all a while in me as a rock, as the plant, as the animal, as the struggling human. And then finally, it's just been you anyway. With mastery of the life force, she or he realizes the true nature of matter. Anamaya kosha as this is interesting. With mastery of the life force. So really, it's the mastery of love. It's the mastery of being loving. It's the mastery of having a pure desire, taking all your lesser desires into one supreme desire for the one beloved. That's the mastery of the life force, because you realize that life is the beloved. Your breath is the beloved. You realize the true nature of matter, the anamaya kosha, that's the thickest one, the rocks, the inert matter. The anamaya kosha, you know what it is? You know what rocks in this world and those shootings in Las Vegas and all of that and buildings and cars and everything material, you know what it is? It's a delusive objectification of spirit. It's a delusive objectification of spirit. Now listen, I know last week I said, hey, we're not going to chat like we do on the on the Facebook streams, you know, just casually as we go about, and that's beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing in the universe how you guys go about that on the Facebook stream. But I just mentioned that. But you can reply if there's just to iterate something we've said or something, you know, and we'll hold a little space for questions at the end. So anyway, but thank you for being such a heart listener this morning. Thank you for being so enwrapped with me in our stark nakedness of our immortal souls with no clothes on, with no sheaths on, you know, 5 layers of clothes. The Annamaya Kosha, the Pranamaya Kosha, the Manomaya Kosha, and the Jnanamaya Kosha, you know, 4 layers of clothes is ridiculous. Well, there'll be 5 with the Annamaya Kosha, right? The Anandamaya Kosha. And then the Jnanamaya Kosha, and then the Manomaya, which is the Manas mind or the sense mind, and then the Pranamaya Kosha, and then the Ana, which I think means atom, the Ana at the very atom, the material atom. But all that is the Annamaya, the matter sheath. It's a delusive objectification of spirit. Delusive objectification of spirit. So please, let's let go of some angst when we see all these horrific things happening in our world, okay? It's just a delusive, dream-like or movie-like objectification of spirit bliss. Only spirit, only the light, only the love. It's a delusive objectification of that. Now that's some kind of wisdom to be breathing today, isn't it? Isn't that some kind of wisdom to kind of offset the suffering that, I mean, yeah, when some kind of suffering or someone in Trisha's circle in the spiritual arts, their friend of a friend was killed in that Las Vegas thing. So when it's really down into your little home life or friend life and relative or even an acquaintance life, this delusion is very powerfully strong. It can knock you down flat, right? In suffering and worry and fear and all that kind of stuff. But this is why we have our breakfast of wisdom food, the manna from heaven, the wisdom of the gods. All right. I find I'm more absorbed in this study when I'm listening and not writing. I know. Yeah, it's hard to do both. Lisa, it's hard to do both. So thank you. Wow. And as the inwardly flowing life energy disconnects the consciousness. So when we turn within, love turns you within. Love for the love for the truth, love for spirit automatically shifts your focus from the sense mind, the manas mind, or the manomaya kosha, being locked in there, to the gyan, the discriminative, the wisdom, and the love. The love is, you know, the love breath is the bridge that you walk on, not away from the truth and away from happiness, but inward towards the source of it. Isn't that beautiful? So as an inwardly flowing life energy disconnects, so it automatically disconnects the consciousness from identification with the limited sense mind, the manomaya kosha, the limited sense mind. It automatically, love automatically, your longing for truth, automatically, your dedication to just, no matter how many times you fall, you pop yourself back up, right? All of that's going to automatically disconnect you from the sense mind. And then the sense mind's not going to just sit back and say, oh, you got me that time. It's going to say, I'm going to nail you right now. And then, you know, there you are on the battlefield, right? And that's why Krishna is behind you and is just saying, look, let's just love blast this sense mind right now. This is love blast. More love, more love. What is our one solution? More love. What is our one, a bit of advice? More loving, dear. More loving. You know, it's just getting crystal clear, ain't it? So the inwardly flowing life energy disconnects consciousness from identification with the limited sense mind, the manomaya kosha. That sheath unfolds so that the discriminative qualities of the intellect sheath, or the buddhi, Dhyana kosha can predominate in her life. So it's like you have a sense mind, and then the buddhi mind is a soul mind. See, you have your senses that can rule you, or your soul that can begin to come forward and rule you. So really, basically, we're either using our sense mind, and that's taking us into wild ditches of crashes, crash and burn, almost on a daily level, right? And miss the point in life. Or we're using our soul mind or our buddhi mind, which in this case is the Jnanamaya kosha, the discrimination sheet, to go homeward bound. So we unfold, when we unfold the Manomaya kosha, and we roll back into Jnanamaya kosha, then wisdom, or this discrimination, predominates in our life and our meditation. The cultivation of the discriminative qualities by right spiritual action and yoga meditation. So the cultivation of these discriminative qualities took you a lot of discrimination to come online this morning. And you guys are always regular online. So you have a lot of discrimination. So you are in action. By right spiritual action, you are in right spiritual action, and yoga meditation, because I know most of you have your meditations, gives you ultimately the ability to roll back the intellect. So then here goes even the good buddhi mind sheath. Here goes your discriminative sheath. Roll back the discriminative sheath, the Jnanamaya kosha, to reveal the fine bliss sheath, the Annamaya kosha, which is the causal body. So you just rolled back your physical identification, you rolled back your identification even with the astral body of you, and now you enter as you reveal this fine bliss sheath, the Anandamaya kosha, which is the causal body covering. We know the causal body of you is just pure joy. It's pure wisdom, bliss. The causal body covering of your soul with its faculty of pure all-knowing intuition and wisdom. So when you are in this Jnanamaya kosha, when you've rolled that baby back and you are just a fine roll back away from this Annamaya kosha, when you're in the Anandamaya, the joy, bliss sheath, then you are in the pure faculty of all-knowing intuition and wisdom. Because our consciousness, that's pure consciousness, baby. That's pure joy consciousness. There's no light, there's no energy per se, because that comes out of pure consciousness. This is the pure wisdom bliss of your soul, the Anandamaya kosha. And then finally, unfolding this bliss sheath of your intuition and your pure all-knowing intuition and wisdom, unfolding the bliss sheath in deepest meditation, the yogi merges finally her soul in blissful oneness with God, Spirit. And then we celebrate, we dance our blues away, we celebrate, we love our pain away, and then we celebrate. When you have nothing better to do, why don't you come to the party? When you have nothing better to do, why don't you come to the party? There'll be plenty of love, plenty of light, and joy's gonna be passed around. There'll be plenty of light, plenty of love, and joy's gonna be passed around and around and around. Come on, let's celebrate, celebrate. Let's dance our blues away. Come on, let's celebrate, celebrate, and love our pain away. Woo! There we go. No more rock mentality. Woo! No more just being a plant sitting on a windowsill. Roll it back. No more rah, 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 rah. Animal instincts. Roll back. The Manomaya sheath. Ah, beautiful discriminating qualities like what we have going on to be here, right here now. Awesomeness, beautiful, not so bad. Now we're awakening human being. Roll that back and wow, now this pure intuition, this wisdom that says, I am joy, I am bliss, I'm going a straight beeline to the divine home. Roll that back, and then there we go. into the pure essence of oneness with spirit. Good job. We just unfolded the koshas, a little explanation, and guess what? We get to look at a few pandavas. We get to look at your principal players in your spine. You've heard me talk about the Pandava Brother coffee shop we're all going to open, huh? Fresh roasted samskara seeds for many lives of tendencies that no longer serve us. Fresh roasted on the spot, huh? And then we just start sipping through pranayama. We start sipping this unbelievable elixir of life, the pure vitality of spirit. Not bad, huh? No, we can add some chocolate, make it a little mocha elixir. Anyway, yeah, love that blue shirt. Sending tons of love from beautiful. You are there, fresh roasted. Yeah, we roast daily. As soul rebels, in our sacred fire at our first chakra, we roast daily. We roast our whatever just happened that really was not, of a lower vibration. We just roast it. No problem. We throw it into the fire, right? So we are the best roasters there are, because then we just have what comes out of those ashes. We just have so much, the rise of the phoenix. We have all this wisdom. Make mine a triple, roast it in the sacred fire. You're going for a triple shot, Amy? All right. So here, this little part now on page 65 is called the principal discriminative powers of the soul. I mean, this is a Marvel comic book in the making. This is a super soul hero we are, right? And the principal discriminative powers of your soul. You interested? As explained in the discussion of the first verse, the devotee may attain enlightening experiences in meditation. Well, that may take some time, but we're okay with a little carrot, a little taste of a carrot, just a little something, even feeling better because you made the effort to sit to meditate, right? The devotee may attain enlightening experience in meditation, even the bliss of samadhi. Woo! But still find that he or she is unable to maintain that consciousness permanently, as she is drawn back again into body consciousness by, samskaras. And we talk about roasting those puppies, right, in the fire of our devotion, on the altar of our soul. So we find that we are drawn back again, and for us, again and again and again, into body consciousness by samskaras, and this is what they are. Remember, we had a section on this. The imprints of past thoughts and actions, and present day. The imprints, remember, drona or habit represents the samskara, and drona means melted. So every time we indulge in a negative thought or action today, it leaves more of an impression as a samskara. It always leaves something, so that we are deeper in delusion, or we are roasting through love and pranayama and our spiritual attunement practice, right? So we're drawn back into our body consciousness again and again by samskaras or imprints remaining on our consciousness from past habits and desires. Now listen, so the key is, having heard that, if you understand that, is how important are the thoughts and the actions that you choose today? How important? How important? Because I don't think one of us here would really say that we want to make all those samskaras stronger like chains, right? We don't want to impress on them more impressions and imprints to create even stronger links and of that tendency or bad past habit or conditioned mindset or whatever it is, do we? It doesn't make sense, since every time we do have a choice for a thought or an action and a feeling and a reaction, every time it's leaving an impression of something. It's either leaving an impression that's going to keep you in bondage, or it's going to be something liberating you. And you know the difference. You know the difference, because that liberating one choice action is always brings an uplift of your energy. It brings less guilt and shame for sure, maybe some inner satisfaction that you really feel like you're just it's that inner knowing, it's that inner, like, contentment. It's that inner peace that comes from your soul saying, yes, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. I say follow the feel good at that point. Just follow the feel good. This then is the state of the yogi. So right here, whether we're drawn back again and again, or it's getting less and less, or maybe even more and more, doesn't matter, because you have the wisdom food available to you every day. We have the Facebook stream, the love stream available to us every day. We have each other and soul friendship available to each other day. So we don't want to analyze too much, although introspection is our first verse, right? But we want to know enough whether we are slip sliding more or we are upgrading more each day, right? We want to definitely be aware of that, but we don't have to go into the weeds, and especially letting that manas mind start to tell you good or bad, right or wrong. You want that discriminative mind saying, well, what do we do then? Love more. What do? We practice more. What do we do more? Just this breath. With all my heart and soul. That's what we do. So this then is the state of the yogi as she or he prepares for the metaphysical battle. The pure discriminative powers of your soul now. The principal ones being symbolically represented as the 5 divine sons of Pandu. Pandu is that pure wisdom mind. Pandu, the 5 divine sons, not human sons, divine sons, because they're divine consciousnesses, okay, that are locked in each one of the so-called elements in your physical spine: earth, water, fire, air, and ether, but also as in your astral spine and causal spine. The principal ones being symbolically represented as the 5 divine sons of Pandu have been roused within the yogi. We've roused them up. We're roused, ready to reclaim the bodily kingdom of the soul. We've roused them up. We've roused them up through our efforts every day. Our little meditations, our little practicing the presence, our little remembrances, and steady as we go. And I'm telling you, the tortoise won the race, my dear. The tortoise won the race to beat the rabbit. First one out the gate, the fastest one, lost the race because the tortoise decided, you know what? I'm on track here. I'm just boom, 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 boom. Little baby step, won the race. Being regular. The 5 Pandavas are the central heroic figures of the Gita analogy. Controlling, here's what your 5 divine sons of pure consciousness inside each one of your chakras. It controls the armies of consciousness and energy, prana. Consciousness and energy. Consciousness, causal body. Energy, astral body. In the 5 subtle centers of the spine. See, because it can automatically then, if you have pure wisdom or discrimination and it's controlling your causal body of thoughts and consciousness, and you are following the feel good of the energy, automatically your physical body is going to be in radiant health, automatically, because they feed the physical body. Causal feeds the astral, consciousness feeds the energy and the light, and the energy and light feeds the physical. Causal and energy and light feed the physical. They represent the qualities and powers acquired by the devotee whose deep meditation, whose deep loving, heart loving, and breathing, and concentration. See, a soul mind, remember you have a sense mind that is always restless and wants to take you outward bound. And it's all the little sense frogs that kick you around as well, right? Then you have the soul mind, which is your discriminative mind that loves to be cloistered in your heart and your breath of love in your heart. It loves that. The soul mind is very willing to just cloister itself in your heart so that you can breathe those deep breaths, God, ecstasy, breaths in your meditation, And the mind isn't going to be such a restless monkey. It's going to be the Hanuman. It's going to be the devoted mind. Or we could say it's the soul mind. It's the Hanuman mind, the greatest devotee. Hanuman was on the flag that Arjuna carried in the chariot, Hanuman. And Arjuna represents the ideal devotee, you see? We are the ideal devotee when we have a love affair with the divine. They represent the qualities and powers acquired by the devotee whose deep meditation is attuned, their deep loving is attuned to the astral and causal centers of life and divine consciousness. Our attunements of the heart. And our archetypes, right? We have spirit soul at our coccyx. We have divine mother. See, this is why if you want to go personal with this, which is highly recommended, then you can use those archetypes, those qualities that come out of your soul. I like to say they're like archetypes, right? Because really the soul is just pure bliss. It's pure spirit. So there's no archetypical really, is there really a divine mother? Is there really a heavenly father? Is there, yes and no, because we need some relatable right here and now, something to hang on to, because invisible bliss isn't going to necessarily be that personal love hug that you need, So we have our masters, we have Christ and Krishna, right? Those are all just qualities and states of amazing consciousness from your soul, okay? But anyway, so your spirit soul gives rise at your root chakra to divine mother, the cosmic mother bear at your sacrum. What the Arjuna, the Krishna, the love force at your third chakra, the spirit heart, one beloved at your fourth chakra, the masters of blessings of peace in the inner worlds at your cervical center. And you're going to see now how the not only do the principal players of the Gita line up with this, but then when Patanjali, that awakened foremost exponent of yoga, acclaimed as that, especially even by Yogananda, because Yogananda, you'll see, we're going to get to Patanjali, then brings in the 8 steps of Patanjali, and then everything even just doubles up on itself. So the 8 steps of yoga that most yoga teachers know, and they studied a little bit, is really the Bhagavad Gita paralleled because of Patanjali's great attunement to spirit. And then we'll have just double up on these qualities to say that the 8 steps of yoga really is the Bhagavad Gita and really is what we're talking about right now. This battle about awakening these divine archetypes or the divine consciousness already in your spine. Isn't that something? They represent the qualities and powers acquired by the devotee whose deep meditation is attuned to the astral and causal centers of life and divine consciousness. We need something relatable. Thank you for this. I feel like something just clicked. Yeah. And even Chris Nagy was wondering it, because she asked me this last time, and I said, let's talk. And we're having a hard time connecting to have a chat on Zoom. But anyway, so yeah, so then we have the masters at our 5th chakra. We have Holy Spirit Om, which is really Divine Mother too. At our medulla oblongata, we have the Christos consciousness, the joy in every atom of creation and the light of this creation at our spiritual eye center. And then we have, Father, Creator. We have Soul, which is as Creator. It is Creator. Soul is one with the Creator. So my Father and I are one. My soul and I are one. The soul resides here at the cerebrum. So those are our archetypes, which is really is aspects of our soul. All right. I know, to me, they're everything. I love all of those archetypes. Actually, I love my soul. I love my soul in all its variations and all its many powerful qualities, especially those like Christ and Krishna and Heavenly Father, Divine Mother. And I'm sure you do. The classics. Those are the soul classics, baby. The soul classics. You just love the classics. You just love them. That's why this is why you don't need to have any knowing. You don't need to know anything about scripture. You don't have to study the Gita necessarily. But if you know enough just to have a personal relationship with the divine, and even if it wasn't one of those that I mentioned, because I've said this before, but you truly love something higher other than yourself, your little mortal self, and there's a love for the higher power, for source, any way that you want to describe it, any archetype that you want to form, pure gold. Because Divine Mother is your soul. Heavenly Father is your soul. Your soul is infinite in its variations, in its infinite creativity, okay? All we need to know is let's love what we would say source of our life. And if you choose an aspect, if you choose an angel, you just make sure that that angel is a representation of the infinite spirit. We don't want to just signal out, like if a Yogananda just became a Yogananda, and you're just thinking of Yogananda and you're thinking of that form. He's beyond form. He's no longer a Yogananda. Christ, that is a consciousness. That's an office. It's not a person or a thing. Or it is a consciousness. So just be careful that we want the bliss union with the infinite, unnameable, unclassifiable, right? Cannot be talked about. We want the infinite, unmanifested bliss oneness. All right. So if you're loving this angel, Archangel Michael and Archangel Uriel, or Divine Mother Kuan Yin, just know that they're saying to you, all of these representation of anything that is in a form, they all just point up. They say, hey, okay, love me, but love me, and then just go up. If you need my form to help you remember, there's just one, but they all point up. All right, they all point up. Where are we? What time do we have? Wait a minute. Wow, questions. I can't believe we used up 52 minutes or something already of our love line this morning. But it's a nice place. It's a nice, beautiful place. I got you going now. Now you got, it was a teaser. We just had a teaser. We were going to jump into the first Pandava, but maybe we'll save that for next time. And maybe we can answer some of your questions. The best classes are when you lose track of time. Well, Vin, guess what? That's why I never end on time. All my yoga classes, it's rare that I end on time, Vin, because that's typically me. And that's typically me, man. I'm telling you, when you're in the joy juice at whatever level, when you're in the presence like we are in now, I mean, why hurry? Why we rush enough as is, right? But when it comes to this kind of a wisdom download and a Shakti shower and a light bath and soul friends, oh my gosh, then, but yeah, I know what you're saying. That is such a helpful explanation. Thank you. You're welcome. Well, I hope it inspires you. Yeah, really totally agree. I'm always amazed. Well, that's because you are so amazing. Regina, you are so amazing. As are each one of us, of us as renegades for the divine, right? As we are these love drunks, as we are these total addicts for more joy and happiness today. Needed this class today. Well, I kind of answered, Chris. I kind of answered when you asked about those archetypes. We just went through them. So you can watch this if you want a little replay on it. And thank you, everybody. I'm so thrilled that you all are here. I know that Lisa and Jim are coming out in November and stay at my house and do the Get Fit for the Infinite You retreat at the Soul. And I know some of you would love to, but you have other plans, and that's cool and groovy. But I'm going to put it out there that it's a little rebel reunion. It's a little rebel camp that's just going to form here. Regina, maybe that could be something you could work on. It's the 17th to the 19th. And Chris Nagy, maybe that could be a little trip up. I don't know if because you're down in Mexico now, but whatever. I just do that. I know Brooke's considering, if not coming. And I say that because, wow, anytime that we can get together in even a physical way as well as online way, it's just time stops. What can I say? And we just go 1 sheet, 2 sheets, 3 sheets, 4 sheets, 5 sheets. But with you guys, we're already in the discrimination sheet, so we roll that one back. So we're in kind of the bliss joy together, right? And then we roll that, and then there we are. Like I started the stream this morning. There we are, sitting in a circle as immortal, unclad souls, unclad, no sheets, no coverings. Just me, baby. Take me as I am. Take my heart, take my soul, take me. There's nothing left of me but you, Lord. There's nothing left of me but you, Lord. My beloved, all is you, my love, all is you, all is you. We hope to meet as many of you beautiful souls as possible. Yeah, and then we have my little Sundays here, a small group under trees. Yeah, well, next time, Mick, we'll make the next time. There's always a next time, but right now, the next time is now, Mick. So you're here. So what's the big deal? All right, everyone, thank you so much. Love you more than ever. And let's just close our eyes and just breathe in. Now you know that the bridge and the link from matter to spirit is the prana, is the breath, and it's the breath of love. And let's do a few of our God ecstasy breaths, all right? Just on your own, when it feels like and right for you. With all your heart, with all the support of love and this loving universe behind you. And all your sincerity, all your dedication, and all your devotion. I think we're in our bliss sheath for sure. Even the wisdom sheath, the discriminative sheath, fine for us. Because we have that longing which is ripping apart the veil. That love, God cannot withstand, resist our pure devotion. Let's do one Om, please. Inhale the breath. Thank you, thank you, thank you, divine beings. Thank you, infinite spirit, Father, Mother, friend, beloved God, and great masters, the Lords, and all the qualities and aspects of our immortal soul. We are so one with spirit. And so it is, so shall it forever be. Bliss are us. I'll see you soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you the most. I love you the most.